the shepherd versus the giant. Imagine being the youngest in your family, the one nobody expects much from. That was David. While his older brothers were out fighting in Israel's army, he was stuck in the fields, watching sheep. Not exactly the life of a warrior, right? But David wasn't just a shepherd. He had a heart that chased after God. While tending his flock, he spent his time worshiping, praying, and honing an unexpected skill, slinging stones with deadly accuracy. It seemed like an ordinary task, but God was preparing him for something extraordinary. One day, David's father sent him on an errand. Take this food to your brothers at the battlefield. When David arrived, he heard something shocking. Across the valley stood Goliath, a Philistine warrior over 9 feet tall, covered in armor, and full of arrogance. Every morning and evening, for 40 days straight, Goliath came out and mocked the Israelites. Send me a man to fight. If he wins, we will be your slaves. But if I win, you'll serve us. Not a single soldier dared to step up. Even King Saul, Israel's tallest and strongest, wouldn't go. Fear had paralyzed them. But David saw things differently. Who is this giant that dares to defy the armies of the living God? He asked. While everyone else focused on Goliath's size, David focused on God's power. Word got to King Saul that a young shepherd boy was willing to fight. Saul took one look at David and said, "You're just a boy. He's been a warrior since his youth." David didn't back down. "I fought lions and bears while protecting my sheep. God rescued me then, and he'll rescue me now." Saul tried to dress David in his own heavy armor, but it didn't fit. David took it off. He didn't need human weapons. He had God. David stepped onto the battlefield with nothing but a shepherd's staff, 5 smooth stones, and a sling. Goliath laughed. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks? Come here, and I'll feed your body to the birds." But David wasn't intimidated. He fired back, "You come at me with a sword and spear, but I come at you in the name of the Lord. Today, everyone will know that the battle belongs to God." Without hesitation, David reached into his pouch, pulled out a stone, and slung it with precision. The rock struck Goliath square in the forehead. The giant stumbled and crashed to the ground. Silence, shock, victory. David ran up, took Goliath's own sword, and finished the job. The Philistines, who moments ago were mocking Israel, turned and ran. What does this mean for us? We all face giants in life. Fear, doubt, loss, failure, health issues, financial struggles, heartbreak, or people who tell us we're not good enough. Like the Israelites, we sometimes feel paralyzed, believing the battle is too big for us. But David's story teaches us that you don't need to be the strongest, just willing. God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. Preparation happens in hidden places. David's time in the fields, praying, worshiping, and practicing his sling prepared him for his moment. The small battles you win today will prepare you for bigger victories tomorrow. Your perspective matters. The Israelites saw Goliath as too big to fight. David saw him as too big to miss. You have to shift your focus from the size of your problem to the size of your God. Faith requires action. David didn't just believe God would help. He stepped onto the battlefield and took the shot. Faith isn't just thinking God can move, it's living like He will. So tell me, what giant are you facing today? Drop a comment below and let's stand in faith together. Like David, don't focus on how impossible it looks. Grab your stone, stand in faith, and trust that God is fighting for you. If this message encouraged you, hit that like button and subscribe for more faith-filled inspiration. Until next time, take care.